Markus, what is your advice to China at the moment? What do they need to get done by 2022 to ensure that that kind of number is not going to be a huge problem for the stability of that economy?
You know, we have seen the senior leadership in China to come together already and decide and define financial stability and the building risks in the financial sector as a matter of concern of national importance. I think that's the first thing. They have also taken the first steps in reining in credit growth. We have seen it slow down. We have seen a major tightening of financial supervision. Now, the economy is quite strong right now. I think we need to see two things. One is we need this tightening of financial supervision, of control, to be sustained, not just for a few months, but for a few years, in the face of most likely a slowdown of growth as a result, in the face of most likely of some credit events here and there that come as a result of the tightening. So keep going, despite it becoming more and more difficult, is one thing. But the second, even more important thing is that China then has to find new sources of growth that can bring the economy back, but in a new way. Not from public investment and debt creation, but from private sector growth. And that's a huge agenda that we have also outlined in the report of giving more access to private investment, both domestic and abroad, in many sectors and areas of the economy which are still very restricted and state-controlled.
So, Markus, as you say, Chinese authorities have already said, we know we have an issue here. We're going to address the issue. We're going to curtail some of the growth of credit. To some extent, your projection says that they're not going to be able to do what they said. If they are able to do it, what happens to your growth projections? Because you have 6.4% average through 2020. What would happen if they did what they say they're going to do in curtailing credit?
I think if they do what we want them to do, and what everybody else should really want them to do, is that the economy will slow. Initially, I think we may not see 6.5–7% growth next year, in 2018, 2019. If that happens as a result of financial control and financial tightening, I think we should all welcome it. The second thing that comes in is what I said before. What happens later on depends on how much policies can redirect growth from the old ways to new growth, to new things. And these are not easy things to do because they will run up against vested interests in the public sector. You have to open up the health sector. If they're able to open up that, I think they can come back and grow safely 6.5% over the medium term. If it's only adjustment and only growth subtracting financial tightening, I think it'll be a tough ride.